Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special unboxing. We got some stuff from Tackle Warehouse that was released at ICast. Went on there to order some stuff from ICast to try a couple new stuff. Wasn't a ton of stuff in stock, but I did get my hands on a couple of stuff that was released at the show. So let's see what I picked up. First is from Great Lakes Finesse is the 2.75 Hover Minnow. Picked up in crushed shad and gizzard shad. Pretty sweet. It's got like a V belly. So apparently if you put a light enough head, especially if they're little heads, it will almost do a death spiral on the way down. So my thought is, because we have a couple lakes near us that have smallmouth, I'm gonna try it there, and apparently when it comes down it will glide almost and land vertical. So I think it might be a really good wintertime bait. This is also the gizzard shad, some pink or pearl, and some yellow flake in that. Those are 2.75s. Really excited for those. Not thinking about doing those for actual strolling, but I'm thinking more of a death spiral, another version of doing like a tube. But the head they recommend is, of course, their head, and this is the hanging head. It's an 1/8 ounce. That's their head. Of course, I hate wire keepers, but what are you gonna do? They do come with Gamakatsu. They're lighter wire Gamakatsu hooks, but this is the head they recommend for it to get to do that death spiral. This is not an ICast release, but it was on sale. It's the Outcast Tackle V2 Finesse jigs, 5/16 I picked up in Missouri Crawl and Money Crawl. Pretty cool, pretty basic ball head, but it's got a V on the keeper. Never really run any jigs with a V. It's a pretty stout weed guard, so I might bend these up a little bit, but it's got a wedge keeper, which I do like, and I think it says a VMC hook. VMC hook seems pretty stout. I'll say like medium probably, but pretty excited for these. Pretty like them a lot from what I can see out of the box. These were on clearance. I think they were knocked down to like $2.89 or something, so definitely a steal for some jigs. Another non-ICast release was the Hover Rig from Core Tackle. This is the 3/0 and 3/32. The reason I picked it in this exact size and everything was SB Fishing was doing a couple of videos of this with this, and he was doing really well on it, and he was fishing, you know, 8 to 10 feet, and that's what I do a lot of too. So picked one up, a couple of these up to try and see if I can recreate what he did. Don't think these were actual ICast releases, but I know these are still fairly new. This is the new Accent spinnerbait. It's the Subble series. I picked all mine up in 1/2 ounce. This one's called Blue Glimmer. So it's a really nice downsized compact swim jig or spinnerbait. 2 Willows, number 4. I don't know what this little guy is, but got a pretty nice little wire keeper on there and a fairly stout hook. So really excited. I can throw this on some 12-pound or even 16-pound fluoro on a nice medium heavy casting rod. Also picked it up in spot removal. Yep, I picked it up with a, let's see, big gold blade, and then also a silver blade. And that was a cool thing. I mean, all their colors, you have the choice of double silver or a copper blade and a silver blade. So, so if you want a chartreuse with a copper blade, you can have that. But I got those. Spot removal I have a lot of confidence in, especially for small jaws. So I can't wait for this winter to try those out. I don't remember exactly if it was released at ICast, but I know it's around that. This is the new Gamakatsu Horizon head. This is apparently a really good shake and bake, shake and minnow, whatever they call it, head, especially for some larger plastic, 4.5, 5-inch. So I want to pick some up. It's labeled as 5.2 grams. I think it's technically 3/16 if I remember right. But these are 3/0s, and they also have that nano alpha. So it has a new alpha point technology with a nano coating. Really excited to try these out. Hopefully shark, I can catch some fish on this weekend. We're throwing this weekend, so hopefully I caught some. But really excited to try those out. And last but not least, the one thing from the show that I was so excited for when I saw was released And that is the new Daiwa Tatula SVTW 100. I'm not fully liking what Daiwa's doing. I don't understand why they're getting rid of the plain Tatula 100 and 150. To me, it should be, they should make a 100, 150 without SV, and then a 100, 150 with SV. At least in my opinion, there should be. What's really upsetting about that is that now there is no reels from the major brands that's under $200 that's a full aluminum reel. There is zero now. The Tatula 100 and 150 was the last ones. I know the 200 is still there, but of that 100, 150 size, you know, your traditional frames, there is zero left of the major companies. But anyway, back to the good news. So, from what everyone's saying, this is pretty much a working man's Zillion. They took all the technology from the Zillion series and passed it down. So now we have Hyperdrive, which I know is from the last year's gen, but they put in SV Boost, and they took the Digi Gears, which is makes your gears, I want to say, stronger. I'm going to link Debo's fishing video about this. He goes in and explains exactly what that means. He shows you what the spool means, everything. He did a really good deep dive video of this, way better than I can ever do. So I'm going to link his video, but the question is, what rod is he going to go on to? So if you hadn't heard before, a guy named Michael, who lives near me, I buy a lot of stuff from him. We do a lot of trading. He had a Sam Sobey 724 that he was just looking to get rid of. And I just happened to buy this Daiwa, and I think it'll be paired just. So if you've never seen Sobey's channel, he throws a 724 with spinner baits, literally everything, and his main reel he uses the Daiwa Tatula. So to me, it just made sense to put my new Daiwa Tatula on a Sam Sobey rod. I went with a 6-speed. I have plenty of rods that I use for bomb contact, so I kind of want to have a rod with a 6-speed reel that it's going to be a designated, you know, movement rate rod. So that new Subble spinner bait, you know, my jackhammers, swim baits, spinner bait, or swim jigs. I wanted a designated rod and just be able to just grab it and be my moving bait rod. So I'm very excited to get this out in the water, try it out, and see what we can do with it. But that's everything from this tackle warehouse. Really excited to try all this new stuff, the few stuff from ICast. There's a bunch of stuff that I just don't really super interested in right now into it. But there's a lot of stuff that I want that is not remotely available. I think most of it's coming in October, November, so probably around the Black Fridays, I'll probably do another ICast release video. My new Luz came out with 2 new reels. I want the new LFS. They came out with some new spinning reels. Shimano came with a new Vanford. There's a lot of new rods came out, a lot more baits. So definitely check back in November, December, and see what else I picked up from the ICast. But I'd like to support the businesses that support me. All their contact information will be in my description. But until then, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.